What makes a person of interest? Coach Michael Burt cuts to the chase, interviewing some of the biggest names in the world. How do they think? What makes them tick? What are their thought processes? And how they became a person of interest.
Hey there, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach, coming to you from the Greatness Factory here in Tennessee, my home base. And I've got my good friend Tim Storey with me, who I was privileged to meet at the first actual 10X event in Miami, Florida, and then had the opportunity to share the stage with Tim at 10X2 in Las Vegas. And a lot of people correlated the synergy that both Tim and I had together. We both have a spiritual, faith-based component to us. We both have a deep conviction about what we're doing. And so many people said, why don't you do something with Tim Storey? Why don't you do something with Tim Storey? So we are doing something with Mr. Tim Storey April 4th through the 7th, 2019 in Vero Beach, Florida. We're doing a Bigger Future retreat, and I'm just so excited to have Tim Storey joining us for that retreat. So Tim, we're going to overview what we're going to cover. We're going to overview a little bit about the processes that you cultivate. So number one, thank you for being a good friend, good man, good, just a good leader out in the world, and people are very excited about this, man. We've gotten emails from all over the world. People are excited to spend intimate time with you and I over a 3-day cycle. So talk to them a little bit about what they could expect at the retreat.
I like what you said. It is very much worldwide. You've been all over the world. I've been all over the world. And I love this whole idea of a bigger future. And what's happened is that so many people have been stuck in a setback. And one of the things that we're going to do in Vero Beach is that we're going to help unlock people. Both me and you are master locksmiths. And it's like we're carrying around these big group of keys. We're going to unlock people emotionally, unlock them spiritually, unlock them in their mindset. So we're turning their setbacks to comebacks, but we're going to take them beyond the comeback into this bigger future that life has them for. And I'm telling you, out of all the people we know, I think that really life has put us together as a 1-2 punch to really help people get going into that place where they've been longing to be for a long time.
You know, one of the things you said that has stuck with me so powerfully, I've incorporated into all of our coaching cycles, into our big programs, is you and I did a podcast together on person of interest, and you said that a cycle, there is 3 steps to this cycle of conviction. You said first you have a big revelation, big aha moment, right? And that just, man, it stuck with me. And as a result of the revelation, you had a deep conviction. And as a result of the conviction, you were willing to take action and do whatever it takes to do that. So talk a little bit about that, because to me, that has been so integral. I mean, we just did a course this past month with all 700 of our coaching members on conviction. And I talked them through. I said, my buddy Tim Storey gave me this, and it's one of the best things he ever gave me. Revelation, conviction, action. Talk a little bit about that cycle, because I think when you get in these intimate environments, when you get in these real intimate environments, these people are going to have big breakthroughs. They're going to come down there with an open mind. They're going to be open to anything, closed off to nothing. That's why they're coming. They're hungry, they're humble, they're coachable. There's going to be new strategy. They're going to be enlightened to new concepts. They're going to get all of your years of experience, all of my years of experiences of coaching thousands of people. So talk a little bit about that 3-step process.
So the 3-step process is, number one, when I was a young guy growing up in Compton, California, we literally did not have much. We were lower income. My mother had a 6th grade education. My father had a 10th grade education. And my father passed away when I was 10 years of age. And so he was in a car accident, and Coach, it did not look good for my family. And I remember at 12, I had a revelation, or as Oprah Winfrey would say, an aha moment. And I told my mother at age 12, I said, Mom, when I get in my 20s, don't worry about a thing, because I got our family. I got a revelation that I was not going to be poor. I was not going to be sick. I was not going to be in a cramped environment my whole life. So I got a revelation of that. So I had to start thinking big in small places. And that's where me and you are going to help them during these days of intimacy together. We're going to rub shoulders with people, and we're going to help them to find the revelation. And once they get that revelation, they're going to begin to think big in small places. Yeah. That if you've been divorced, you're going to think big in small places. Right. Even if you are making a lot of money, get ready to make more money, you're going to think big in small places. Yes. So the revelation led to a conviction in me where I decided, where I was sure, I was certain, man, when you get a certainty in your soul, Coach, you are unstoppable. That's what you're like.
Yep.
You have a certainty in your soul. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
So you know that you know that you know. God gave you a God idea, a God plan. You know that you know that you know. So I had a revelation. I got a certainty in my soul that I was supposed to be Tim Storey. And then I took action. And this is part of the reason we're doing this in 2019. It is time to take action. Not regular action, but power steps. A power step is taking steps with purpose and intent. Purpose and intent. It is not by accident that Coach Burt is worldwide. People pulling on you every single day of your life. There's a reason for that. Because you take power steps, purpose and intent. That's what we will be teaching people. Revelation, conviction to action.
Yeah, I love that. And you know, what I have seen is when you go to big conferences, that you and I have spoken conferences around the world, and you don't get access, you really don't get access to spend up close time. So when we started doing these retreats a couple of years ago, the first thing I noticed is, man, it's so powerful when people can ask you questions they've always wanted to ask you. You can go back and forth and play pitch and catch. You can deliver concepts. You can help a person reframe their thinking. You can work through scenarios with them. Because the way these retreats are set up is you come in, there's a VIP packages for you to have dinner with Tim and I in small intimate settings. Ask us anything you want to ask us, right? And then there's daily coaching and group sessions. There's lunch. There's time for you to interact one-to-one. There's VIP experiences. So these retreats are really set up. And I'm doing 12 to 13 of these next year with some of our closest friends. You and I are doing one together. Tim Grover and I are doing one together. There's a number of other people. Kevin Elko and I are doing one together. So
I love it.
So these are a big thing. But more than anything, I look at people who I would like to spend 3 days with learning from, and you're certainly one of those people. You spend a lifetime coaching, developing talent, helping people come back, and so you've got these processes, these mental constructs that you've developed, right? And so talk a little bit about, so one day you're going to cover the concept of setback to comeback, which is a big concept that you've helped a lot of people through as they've gone through their life processes. And then you're going to talk about magical living. Speak to that for just a minute.
Yeah, Walt Disney walked into a theme park in the 30s, and he said to the person that was with him, he said, I'm going to build my own theme park someday, but it's going to be different, it's going to be better, and it's going to be more magical. And if you go back to your childhood, even though you were raised in a way that, you know, may have been good, there was something inside your soul that said, I'm going to be different, better, and more magical. Because we were made to make magic. Magical means extraordinary, supernatural. It means another level. So I'm going to teach the formula of how to live a life that's magical. Yes. Different, better, and more magical. Yeah. You're living that life, I'm living that life. Don't listen to us if we weren't living it, but we're living it.
That's right.
In fact, some days it gets so good it almost gets weird. Different, better, and more magical. Yes. I cannot wait to walk people through how to have a magical life.
Man, it's going to be incredible days. Guys, that's what Tim Storey is going to be coaching you on, setback to comeback, how to live a magical life through that process. We're going to be doing intimate coaching. I'll be doing coaching in either morning or afternoon. Tim will be doing coaching every single day, and we can't wait for you to be there. So the only thing you need to do now is really take action on this retreat. There's only so many VIP seats available. There's so many day passes available. We're doing this one in Vero Beach, which is right outside of Orlando, Florida. We've got a beautiful resort we're staying at. We got a great training facility. We got great extracurricular activities throughout the 3-day process. And this is your opportunity to spend time with Mr. Tim Storey, to spend time with me, and to really go through that cycle of the big revelation. You know, when you said it, mine was at 6 years old, Tim. My mother was a single mother who had me when she was 16. And I watched that woman work 2 and 3 jobs, and I used to go down to the local baseball field, and I would stay down there for hours and hours and hours. And one coach, a woman named Mickey Vinson, cared for me, took after me, fed me, and it was at 6 years old that I had this revelation: a good coach can change your whole life.
Oh, wow.
A good coach can change your whole life. I watched how those coaches tended to other people's kids. And I said at 6 one day, I want to grow up and be like that. I want to grow up and tend to other people's potential, just like I saw that woman. And that was my revelation. So I tell people, I've had that revelation and conviction now for 36 years. That's why it's so deep. That's why you can sense it. That's why you can feel it coming out of me, because I had it so early in life. And but some people haven't been able to put that framework together. So we're going to help them. Hey, come to that realization. This is it, man. This was big. Because of that, I've got conviction. Because of that, I'm going to take action.
Yeah, and Coach Burt, if I could say this, that it's very important that those of you that are watching us right now come.
Yes.
Invest in yourself. You know, many times people say, well, I'll invest in myself when I have surplus. No, sometimes you got to do it out of your sacrifice.
That's right.
I sold my own car when I was 20 years of age to go to a seminar in another country because I was so hungry for knowledge to change my life. I invested in Tim Storey, and I'm glad I did. I've been able to help millions of people.
Yes.
Invest in yourself. It's not just out of your surplus, it's out of your sacrifice.
Yeah, that's it.
Sell something, do something, make it happen. Come and spend time with Coach Burt and I, Vero Beach, Florida, and your life will be changed.
That's right, man. I'm excited just thinking about it. I'm so excited to be with you April 4th through the 7th, 2019, Vero Beach, Florida. You can go to coachburt.com/retreats, and we're going to put the information Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere you can find it. And you can email us at info@coachburt.com and take action. We're excited to have you. Mr. Tim Storey, can't wait to spend time with you, big guy. I'm always a better person when I'm around you.
We're real friends, and we love people, and they will feel the love when they're around us, and we look forward to seeing them there because we're going to make friends with some new people as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Every day we got to expand our mission and expand our message. So God bless you, my friend. Thank you for being with me today, and we're going to push this out to the market. Thank you, bud.
We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
What makes a person of interest? Coach Michael Burt cuts to the chase, interviewing some of the biggest names in the world. How do they think? What makes them tick? What are their thought processes? And how they became a person of interest.